Friends, hello. Welcome back. Shall we have a little business meeting? I think we shall. I have my Biologica drink, my little perimenopause cocktail. So we're ready to go. So friends, I just monetized my third channel and I am working on monetizing 2 more channels. Why do I tell you this? Do I tell you this to boast? No, I do not. I tell you this because part of the reason I am doing this, obviously because why not? Why not monetize 5 channels? But I'm doing this to show that it is not sheer dumb luck, that there is a strategy at play. This is not going down to Atlantic City and rolling the dice. This is not playing the lottery and throwing your ticket into the pool of tickets and hoping that you win a couple bucks. If you did not know, I have a new free Skool community called the Co-Labor Collective. It is open to all faith-based entrepreneurs. It is a place where I wanted us to have our weekly business meetings with God. I have a free weekly business meeting with God download that you can get in that Skool community, or you can just grab it on my Stand store, completely free to download. And this is about staying focused, inspired, and motivated in your personal brand building, your online entrepreneurship, your business building, your YouTube channel, and staying rooted in wisdom, godly wisdom, and strategy. Jesus, I will sing your praises forevermore. Good morning and happy new week. I just monetized my third channel and I'm in process of monetizing 2 more. All of these channels are in different niches because I wanted to show that it's not this one specific niche that this is working for, but different niches, and they don't all show my face. I've been doing this to prove that the whole thing is not dumb luck, and it's definitely not about hustling and grinding until your adrenals collapse. No, it's not, friends, because I am not about that life. No. This has 100% been a combination of gaining wisdom from God through including Him in every part of the brand and business journey. That's why I started the Co-Labor Collective. It's not a Skool community where I'm teaching specific strategy. I have my course communities for that, but this is a place where we are staying focused on being connected to God through the whole process of our business and brand building. Gaining wisdom from God through including Him in every part of the business and brand journey and connecting the dots on the strategy that He showed me. God's wisdom plus grounded strategy. It has so far worked every time to get a monetized channel. I want you to know this is possible. I am not some online entrepreneur whiz. Okay, I don't even have a college degree. But there are dots that God has allowed me to connect. And now I want to help you connect them because though I love having the monetized channels, I'm so grateful for that. I love watching other people thrive and connect the dots. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you a lot of the core principles behind how I got these channels monetized. And one of the first things that I want to start off saying, and I shared this in a lot of depth in another video, I did not wait for any of the platform monetization to monetize those channels. That's number one to know. The platform monetization is fantastic, and I want to help you learn how to monetize your YouTube channel and do it expeditiously. But I also want you to know that you can monetize that channel before it's monetized. And I have a whole video I just did on that, and you can get that here. And I also have an in-depth video on that in my YouTube Masterclass. And just so you know, if you are launching or relaunching a YouTube channel, I also have a YouTube starter checklist for free on my Stand store. You can get the link to that in the description box. The reality is that right now in the world today, the way everything is with the economy, a lot of us could use the extra money. So whether you're looking to be a full-time online entrepreneur like me, or you just want to do something part-time, there is room at the table. In God's economy, maybe not the way the world frames or views things, but in God's economy, there's room at the table. If He calls you to something, He's already set a place. If He can set a table before you in the presence of your enemies, He can certainly do it in the presence of friends and the people that you're meant to connect with and the people that are meant to find you and the things that you are born to do. Of course, God can do that. So this idea that everything's oversaturated and blah, blah, blah. As a faith-based entrepreneur, we don't operate by all those rules. We work around them, and sometimes we have to play that game a little bit, but we always have to saturate everything we do in the wisdom of God and remember that He's outside of all of these things. And so the rules are a little bit different in the kingdom economy. We have to understand how the platform works. We have to make decisions accordingly, and we have to always be checking back in with God. That's why it's important to have the weekly business meetings with God so that you're not out here hustling, grinding, doing all this stuff on your own, losing your mind. I also did a video on weekly business meetings with God that you can check out, and I hope that you're really going to like that, because that has been a key principle and part of my own entrepreneurial journey. I didn't wait to monetize to start making money on my channels. If you can learn to position your brand and your channel properly and attract your perfect person, viewer, buyer, client, follower, and you understand how to make the right offer, the right transformational offer to that person, or you learn the things that they might be looking for or need to do the thing that you are helping them to do or to feel through things like affiliate marketing or affiliate links. I wasn't relying on the monetization, but I wasn't ignoring it, because that was the aim, because why wouldn't it be, right? So monetization equals open doors, monetization on the platform, because the first level of monetization, you can start getting things like super thanks. You can start having memberships. And then the second level of monetization, you can unlock ads for shorts, for long form videos. And there's so many other things that go along with that, like YouTube shopping. So there's all of these doors that begin to open. Then you start to open doors for brand deals and revenue layers and credibility. So we don't want to be reliant on getting platform monetization, but we should absolutely be aiming for it. And I don't think that we should shy away from aiming for it because we don't think it's possible. Because what I'm trying to tell you today is that I'm working towards 5 monetized channels. The right strategies do work. And it's not just the, quote, algorithm gods showering favor on certain people. The Lord rebuke it. Small g gods. So the core principle, and this is your edge, it doesn't start with the videos. It starts with a person, and you need to get super specific about this person. Before you even make a video, you need to get clear on who you're going to be talking to or who you are showing something to. So even if it's a channel where you don't say a word, but you are just creating a feeling for people, you need to know who that person is. You need to know what they're looking for, why they're looking for it, what they're going through, what the pain point might be, what the transformation they're looking for, what the feeling they're looking to get, what they're looking to learn, what they're looking to build. Who are they? And you need to know them really, really well. One, this is going to save you time on not wasting your time on creating videos that are not going to position you properly with the algorithm, because coming up with a sensational video and going viral can be nice and it can grow your channel. But if it's not the right video, it can actually be detrimental in the long run. So you want to create the right videos. One of the things I talk about in my YouTube Masterclass is that there's 3 types of videos. There's community building videos, evergreen videos, and trending viral videos. And you want to know what those are and then create a mix of them on your channel. The beauty of that is that that means that you're not reliant on viral videos. It's not all about the numbers. You have this deeper understanding that there is a person that you're speaking to. And when you get the right person instead of just a whole lot of people, it's kind of like if you went out and you dated 100 wrong people and you wasted all this time, as opposed to finding the one right person in the first week. Why would you want to waste all that time with 100 of the wrong people who are not going to convert, who aren't going to join your community, who don't want your coaching, who aren't going to click on your next video? So knowing that person is crucial. The next thing is understanding about intentional launching, which just rolls right from the last thing that we were talking about. Intentionally launching or relaunching a channel with understanding who that person is and with understanding how to position and package each video for that person. And then once those people, the right people, start finding your channel and they start leaving feedback, you are able to then double and triple down on the things that are important to your perfect audience. So now we have this perfect audience, and we are creating a positioning with the audience slash algorithm, which is really the same thing. We're creating a situation with how we launch our channel where the algorithm is not confused. We have the proper banner, bio, profile, videos where the algorithm knows exactly who to put your video in front of because you've thought that person through thoroughly and you've made your videos with them in mind every single time. Your titles in mind with them in mind, your thumbnails with them in mind. And so the less confusion that the algorithm has with who to put your video in front of, the faster you are going to get to monetization, the faster you are going to grow your channel in a way that is going to have sustainable long-term success, the more that your channel is going to convert into your whole monetization ecosystem in the future. Multiple times when I've audited people's YouTube channels, a few of the main things that always pop out. Confusion is usually number one. Like, you're not really sure who they're speaking to and why they're speaking to them. You really don't know what the purpose is of the channel, and that lack of clarity stands out immediately to me because I know that that lack of clarity is also creating the issue with the algorithm. The other things that always stand out to me immediately are bad thumbnails and bad titles. So the positioning is number one that I notice is wrong because the clarity is off about who the person is, what's the transformation, what is this channel about? And then the packaging is wrong. So the series of events with YouTube is that you need to be positioned correctly so that the right person even sees your thumbnail and title. Then the thumbnail and title need to be correct. And then once they click, you need that first 30 seconds of your video done correctly so that they want to subscribe and come back. So the CTR, or the click-through rate, is who's clicking. The retention is how long are they staying. The first 30 seconds of the video is crucial because people need to feel like they're immediately getting from the video what they thought they were going to get when they saw the thumbnail and the title. Now, there's something about you, okay? God has put something in you that somebody else is specifically looking for. It's going to be relatable to them. So you could think, well, I don't know as much as other people, or I don't, whatever your insecurities are about yourself. And you think, well, there's more interesting people on YouTube. There's better looking people on YouTube. There's more of whatever. There's more educated people. But the thing is that somebody's looking specifically for you. So you need to worry less about what other people got going on. All of a sudden, I have animals just freaking out. It's evening. I don't know who's laying an egg at 6 o'clock at night. The dog's barking. Anyway, they are looking specifically for your personality, your story, your victory, how you did the transformation, how you speak about it, or the feeling that your humble life gives them. It doesn't have to be this big, crazy thing that you think that it needs to be interesting to people. The right person, if you position yourself well and you package it well and you understand this person and you are just relatable and genuine, the right person is going to find that and go, this is the person I've been looking for. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to get all these other people out of your head and focus on what God has for you to do, because there is absolutely something special inside of you that somebody else is looking for. And friend, God wastes absolutely nothing. He wastes nothing. Stop posting randomly. We need to set up systems, batching, all these different things so that you can be consistent. The algorithm absolutely rewards consistency. And some people would argue this, but I have seen it time and time again. It punishes inconsistency. So, and this is not something that has to be some big pressure cooker. You just have to set up some simple systems and some batching routines so that you can do this, whatever your schedule is, whether you have an hour a couple times a week. There are ways to get this done. I don't want you to think that you need to have a completely free life, like you're just independently wealthy and you have time to float around and film all day, because most people don't. You need whatever your specific season of life is. There are ways that we can structure this so that you can make sure to be consistent. Your audio visual and light. It needs to be clear and good, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So you don't have to have all this fancy equipment, but you do have to have clear audio and you do have to have a clear visual. When people click, they want to know what they're looking at. It doesn't have to be perfectly aesthetic, and it doesn't have to be this big, fancy, expensive camera and mic, but it does have to be clear. It can't be some blurry video when people click on it, because most people are going to click off of it very, very quickly. We want to respond to the feedback loop, which I told you, once people start responding, or even if you have other social media and people are always asking you the same questions on your other social media, or even in your life. Let's say you've been through something or you live a certain lifestyle and people are always asking you certain questions. Write those down and make sure that you are making some of your first videos about those questions or atmosphere that people are always commenting on or asking questions about. You want to triple and double down on the things that people are most interested in. I'm almost done. Don't drag your feet. Stop overthinking and move forward. Just the next step. What is the next thing? Forget 6 steps ahead from now. What is the next thing in front of you? It's not as complicated as people think, but it does require structure, strategy, and it does require faith. It does require the wisdom of God. If you are a faith-based entrepreneur, this is going to require leaning on God. Do not separate him from business. Do not separate him from money. He wants to be involved in everything. He wants everything submitted under his lordship, and he wants to be a part of everything, and he wants to direct your steps. Commit all your plans to the Lord, and he will make your path straight. So this isn't about chasing the views. It's about building something intentional, building something with purpose, and then the other things flow out from it. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. If you want to go deeper, specifically on YouTube, I do have my YouTube Masterclass. I would love to have you over there. It's connected to a Skool community for ongoing support and connection. I do have that free co-labor collective where we focus on those business meetings with God, keeping him at the center, keeping motivated in our faith while we are growing a personal brand. I have free downloads. I have the stuff for you guys. So if you're interested in any of that, I also have my book, Redeeming Wealth, if you want to get into the spiritual root of things. So if you are interested in any of that, I know, Sweet Pea, if you're interested in any of that, you can find that in the description box and pinned in the comments below. I think somebody wants to go for a walk, don't you? In the comments below, did I say that? Thank you, friends, so much for being here on this chilly but beautiful spring day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you liked this video, I would love to have you subscribe so that we can visit again. My name is Lee. This is Homespun Income, and we are building and being built. So, Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you beautiful and precious souls right here on the next one. Bye, friends.